If you've ever wanted to automate repetitive work, connect your apps, and build real workflows without coding, then learning Zapier is one of the smartest skills you can develop. In this video, I'm going to show you how to become a Zapier expert by walking through a simple workflow from start to finish, so you can understand the core process and start building automations with confidence. And if you find this helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more tutorials just like this. Alright, let's jump in. First, go to Zapier and sign into your account. Once you're inside, you'll land on the main dashboard where all your automations begin. This is the home base for creating workflows, also called zaps, and once you understand this area, everything becomes much easier. Next, click on Create. This is where Zapier lets you start a brand new automation. When you click Create, look for Zap Workflows because that's the option you want when you're building an automation between different apps. Now you'll start with the trigger. The trigger is the event that starts your workflow. For example, if you want an automation to run whenever you get a new email, receive a form submission, or add a new row in a spreadsheet, that's your trigger. Click on Trigger to begin setting that first step. After that, search for and select an app, for example, Gmail. Zapier supports thousands of apps, so this is where you choose the one that will fire the workflow. In this case, picking Gmail is a great example because it's a common app many people use every day. Then choose an event. The event is the exact action that Zapier should watch for. For example, a new email, a new attachment, or a new labeled message. Pick any event that fits your use case and then log into the account so Zapier can connect to it properly. Once your trigger is connected, move on to the action step. The action is what happens after the trigger is detected. This is where Zapier becomes incredibly powerful because it can take one event in one app and automatically do something in another app. Now search for another app, for example Sheets. This could be Google Sheets, and it's a perfect choice if you want to store data automatically in a spreadsheet. Select the app you want to use for the action. Then click on Choose an event and select the action you want Zapier to perform. For Sheets, that might be creating a new row or updating an existing one. Again, pick any action that matches the workflow you're trying to build. After that, log into the second account as well. Zapier needs permission to access both sides of the workflow, so make sure your account connections are completed correctly. Once that's done, your workflow is almost ready. Now click on Build It in the top area. This confirms the setup and takes you to the final testing stage, where you can check whether everything works the way you expect. Before publishing, click Test Run. This is an important step because it lets you verify that the trigger and action are working properly. Testing helps you catch mistakes before the automation goes live, which saves time and prevents problems later. If the test looks good, click Publish. That makes your Zap live so it can start running automatically in the background. And that's the key to becoming a Zapier expert, understanding the flow, testing carefully, and publishing only when your automation is ready. As you practice more, you'll start to see how Zapier can connect your email, spreadsheets, calendars, CRMs, forms, and more. The real skill is not just clicking through the steps, but learning how to think in workflows. Ask yourself, what starts the process, what should happen next, and what result do I want at the end? If you keep building simple zaps like this one, you'll quickly develop the confidence to create more advanced automations. Start small, test often, and improve each workflow as you go. If this video helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.